All right, so you're thinking about going for that data engineer position at Deloitte.
Sounds pretty challenging.
Well, yeah, it is, but you know what? I think you got this, and we're going to help you get ready.
Okay, cool. What do we do?
We're diving deep into 10 of the most common interview questions they ask. For those with like 2 to 3 years of experience in the field.
Oh, okay, that's me.
Yeah, exactly. Data warehousing, pipelines, cloud platforms, even all that cool big data stuff. Hadoop, Spark. We're going to make sure you're ready for anything they throw at you.
Sweet. Let's get started.
Okay, first up, the heart and soul of it all, data warehousing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Can you break it down for us? What are the core parts of a data warehouse and why do they matter so much?
Well, imagine it like a giant library.
Okay, I like that.
But instead of books, right, it's filled with all the data a company needs to, make good decisions and understand their customers.
Right, right.
And like any good library, you need a system.
Exactly. Total organization.
Yeah, so that's where the core components come in. You got ETL, which stands for extract, transform, and load.
Okay, got it. ETL.
It's how we pull raw data from like everywhere, clean it up, and then organize it so it actually makes sense, like so you can use it.
Make it useful. Yeah.
Right. Then there's data modeling, where we structure that data so it's like easily accessible.
Okay. So it's ready for the analyst to go in there and make sense of it.
Exactly. We're talking about making sure that the right information is available at the right time to answer those, really important business questions.
The big ones.
Yeah. I mean, without a solid data warehouse architecture, companies are kind of just, you know,
Shooting in the dark.
yeah, blind, like totally flying blind.
Exactly. Okay, so we've built this awesome data warehouse, but now we got to make sure those pipelines are running smoothly, right?
Yes.
Talking about optimization here. Nobody wants to wait hours for a report, am I right?
Oh, absolutely. That's a nightmare.
Total nightmare.
Yeah. I mean, we're always looking for those bottlenecks, ways to like speed up the flow of data, make things more efficient.
Yeah, streamline it.
Remember this one project? The pipeline was taking forever to process customer data. Turned out the transformation step was the big problem.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the code was just like clunky and inefficient.
Yeah, I've been there.
So we optimized the code, introduced some parallel processing, and bam, reduced the processing time by like over 70%.
Wow.
Yeah, so that meant faster insights for the business.
Oh, they love that, I bet.
Oh, yeah, way happier analysts too.
I bet.
They were very pleased.
Okay, so we've got speed, but speed isn't everything, right?
No, no, no.
Data quality. That's got to be top notch too. How do you make sure you're not feeding the system garbage data?
Oh, that's a great point.
Because that's just going to lead to bad decisions.
Exactly, exactly. Poor data quality. I mean, that can cost companies millions. Bad decisions, wasted resources.
Yeah, not good.
We use a multi-pronged approach here.
Okay, I like it.
So validation rules, that's our first line of defense.
Got it.
They automatically catch inconsistencies or errors during that ETL process.
Okay, so it's like a spell checker.
Exactly. A spell checker for your data.
Love it.
Then we have data profiling,
Okay.
which helps us really understand the data's unique characteristics,
Got it.
identify potential issues,
Okay.
and make sure it meets the standards, for like reliable analysis.
So you've got these checks and balances in place to make sure that it's good.
Exactly.
Okay. Love it. All right, let's talk about something that's kind of become a big deal, right?
Okay.
Cloud platforms.
Yeah, the cloud.
They're kind of synonymous with data engineering now.
It seems like it.
What's your take on how AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, all those big players, how do they fit into the data engineering landscape these days?
Oh, I mean, cloud platforms have been an absolute game changer for data engineers.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, they offer this whole toolkit of services designed, specifically for us.
Oh, yeah, they're thinking about you guys.
Yeah, take AWS, for instance.
Okay.
You've got S3 for storage, you've got Redshift for data warehousing, and then you have EMR for big data processing.
Okay, so they've got a tool for everything.
Yeah, and Azure has its own set of tools, too.
Of course.
Like blob storage, Azure Synapse Analytics, HD Insight.
Oh, wow, I'm getting lost in the names already.
Yeah, there's a lot. And then Google Cloud, right? They bring cloud stores, BigQuery, and Dataproc to the table.
Okay, so lots of options.
Yeah. And each platform has its own strengths and weaknesses.
Makes sense.
Choosing the right one, often just comes down to what the project needs.
Right. And budget, probably.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it's like choosing the right tool for the job, I guess.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we're in the cloud. We've got all this data. We have to decide, how are we going to process it?
Right, yeah.
Batch processing versus stream processing. Can you, break that down for us? When would you choose one over the other?
Okay, so think of batch processing like baking a cake.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
You gather all your ingredients, you mix them up, and then go about it, all in one go.
Got it.
So it's great for processing large amounts of data that, you don't need to analyze like immediately.
Right.
Things like monthly sales refines, or if you're doing some customer segmentation analysis.
Okay, I got it. So it's like we can take our time with it.
Exactly, exactly. Now, stream processing, that's like a constantly flowing river of data.
Okay.
It's ideal for like real-time analysis.
Okay. Okay.
Like if you're monitoring stock prices, maybe you're trying to detect some fraudulent transactions.
Oh yeah. Or anything that needs to be like happening in real time.
Yeah. Or if you're personalizing user experiences on the fly.
Got it.
So, yeah, very different approaches.
Okay, so batch processing is like our oven,
Yeah, like your reliable oven.
and then stream processing is our wild river.
Yeah, your dynamic river.
Love it. Okay. Now, schema evolution.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This one's a little bit tricky.
Yeah, it can be.
How do you handle those, inevitable changes to your data structure
Right.
without, everything breaking?
Yeah. I mean, data requirements change. You got to capture new information, and our data structures need to, adapt.
Be flexible.
Yeah. The key is to handle those changes, like, gracefully, you know.
Okay.
There are techniques like schema versioning and backward compatibility.
Okay.
These help ensure that pipelines can, handle evolving data models, but without sacrificing data consistency.
So it's like you're future proofing.
Exactly. Future-proofing your data architecture.
Okay, got it. Love that. But, even with the best plans, things can still go wrong.
Oh, for sure.
Let's talk troubleshooting.
Oh, right.
Can you walk us through a time where maybe you had to troubleshoot a failed pipeline? What was that like? How did you approach that challenge?
Oh, yeah. I remember this one time, this pipeline just suddenly stopped working. Data was coming in from the source system, but like in a totally unexpected format.
Oh no. So what'd you do?
Okay, so first I went straight to the pipeline logs,
Right.
looking for like any error messages.
Okay, those are like your clues.
Yeah, there are breadcrumbs.
Yeah, exactly.
So I examined the data like at different stages of the pipeline, just trying to pinpoint where things went off track.
Okay. So you're like detective mode, right?
Exactly, gotta be. And it turned out that an upstream system, they had changed their data format without telling us.
Oh, classic.
Right, so we worked with them to like, fix the formatting issue, and then we updated our pipeline so it could handle that kind of stuff in the future.
Smart. So you learn from your mistakes.
Oh, definitely. Always learning.
Okay. Collaboration, problem solving. Two essential skills for any good data engineer.
Absolutely.
All right, let's move on to big data.
All right, yeah,
Always a fun topic.
for sure.
Hadoop, Spark,
That's
Kafka.
big three.
What's your experience with those technologies? Have you used them in any real world projects?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I've had the chance to use all of them on like a bunch of different projects.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, for instance, I used Hadoop's distributed file system, HDFS,
Okay.
to store and process tons of log data
Okay.
for a web analytics project. I'm talking like terabytes of data.
Wow.
And then in another project, I used Spark to analyze customer interactions.
Okay.
Its ability to process data in memory
Yeah.
made our analysis so much faster.
So speed is key with Spark.
Yeah. And then for real-time data streaming from IoT sensors, Costco was the perfect tool for the job.
Okay, awesome. So you've got the full big data experience.
I've gotten to play around with it a lot.
Yeah, that's so cool. But data engineering, it's not really a solo sport, is it?
No, not at all.
You got to work with others.
Yeah.
How have you collaborated with data scientists and analysts to, reach some of those common goals?
I mean, collaboration is key, right?
Absolutely.
In one project, I was working directly with data scientists who were building a model to predict customer churn.
Oh, okay.
My job is to make sure they had like a reliable stream of, clean data to feed
Yeah.
their model.
Okay.
So we worked really closely together to design those pipelines, define, data quality metrics.
Make sure it's all good.
Exactly. And then we also worked together to, troubleshoot any issues.
Right.
Because there's always issues,
Always.
but the result.
Yeah.
More accurate churn predictions.
Oh, nice.
And happier customers, which is always a good thing.
The best.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't wrap up without talking about data security and privacy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, huge deal these days.
Huge. Yeah.
How do you approach those concerns in your projects?
Oh, yeah. Data security and privacy, it's not negotiable.
No.
We build security into, every single stage of the data lifecycle.
Okay.
Talking access controls, right? limiting who can see encryption to protect sensitive information.
Got it.
And we strictly adhere to all those data privacy regulations like GDPR.
Right. So it's finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
between access and protection.
Yeah, you got to have both.
Okay. Well, wow, we covered a lot of ground here.
We did.
Data warehousing, timelines, cloud platforms, big data, troubleshooting, collaboration, security, privacy.
Hit all the big ones.
You name it.
Yeah.
So hopefully now you're armed and ready to go in and rock that data engineer interview
I think so.
at Deloitte.
Yeah, I'm feeling more confident.
Awesome.
Thanks.
And remember, right, data engineering, it's constantly changing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So you always got to be learning.
Exactly.
So what are you most interested in exploring further?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I'm really fascinated by. Well, I'll have to think about that.
Yeah, and we'll leave that for our listeners to think about too. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and you'll thrive in this exciting field. Good luck with that interview. We're rooting for you.
Thanks, I appreciate it.